Well, another interesting day. Of course, I think really if you're looking at all the details, every day is an adventure and everything has beauty if you're looking close enough. I mean, there's people make art out of trash. I don't know if I put a value on it, but I'm sure it has some beauty in that also. Anyway, this truck, see what I don't know how much I got in it. It's a 1992 Chevrolet. I think I bought it nearly 10 years ago, or traded for it. I traded a car for it. I had to fix it. I fixed it and traded it off, and then came back about 10 years ago. I think I have originally $600 in the car, and I've spent, very little. Probably less than $600 the initial cost. So anyway, this has been with me for 10 years, and last night I was in Cassville, Missouri, having a little business on the square. So that's Berry County. We're now Benton County, and we're going to go through Washington County and Crawford County, and we're heading on down to a town called Lavaca. So that's a 2-hour ride one way, and we've got to have 2 stops along the way. One, we got the material for a skirting job, metal skirting job, and another person asked me to please stop by and look at their rental that had a tree fall on it to try to get an idea of how to fix it or what it would cost. So I'm gonna make a long day longer and do that also. So a couple of thoughts. I started doing these videos originally to help people in the area that don't know me to get to know me, whether or not I can actually do something. So like if you meet a contractor slash, what a lot of people call me as a contractor, but I do so many different things that are just service work. So if you meet somebody that's going to do repairs for you, you kind of have to take their word for it if you haven't met them before, that they know what they're doing. So the idea was, well, I'm outliving a lot of the people that I've actually started 27 years ago doing work for, or if they are alive, they're not needing my help anymore. I'm just outliving people without a doubt, even people that were my age. So there would be new customers, and therefore these people would not know me. And why wouldn't it be a good idea to put out these videos so they can actually see that I know how to do it? I really didn't set out to do it with a direct, I'm going to make money from YouTube, and I haven't. So what I want you guys to understand, that with me coming to understand that there are other people around this United States that would actually like to know how to do things. They may not always approve of how I do them. It seems like I've had a guy who said he built houses for 55 years and said that I need to retract what I said about skirting vents because he knows better than Southern Building Code. First of all, those people are doing something that I have never done. I've never went to somebody else's site and criticized them in the comments at all. Because if you don't like what somebody says, you don't have to watch it. But instead, you know, they're going to say things. And I'm sure the guy had the best intentions. The problem with all these people is some of the things that I'm doing, like skirting on a mobile home, is not the same as a house. Okay, it is not. And anybody that has a mobile home, that lives in a mobile home, knows what I'm talking about. Probably not somebody who has built, I don't know, houses for 55 years. He said like 500 plus houses. He was trying to impress upon me that he knows what he's doing. I believe him. He knows what he's doing. But I don't think he lives in a mobile home, nor has he ever worked on a mobile home, probably in his whole life, because he's been busy building all those houses. So what I'm going to tell you guys is you can use what I tell you. And I'm telling you right now, in my area, there are dealerships, new mobile home dealerships that install new mobile homes. They're watching my video, they're ordering materials like I do, okay? There's multiple people doing that in my area for new mobile homes, brand new. They get calls on anything that's wrong. They call the American Mobile Home or Arkansas Mobile Home Association. They come out and say what needs to be fixed, okay? Nobody's ever done that. Nobody's ever called, so you needn't worry about the vents on a mobile home. And I'm going today to do a skirting job and a re-level. So what I will point out, hopefully I don't forget, is the day I stop making mistakes will be the day I'm dead. I just try to make less mistakes as time passes. So what I'm going to tell you guys is there's water underneath mobile homes with vents or without. If you put these vents in, you better remember to close them. Okay, if you put them in, you got to remember to close them, because it could easily freeze up all your lines. Cold air is a bad thing, and you don't want that to get to your floors or to your. In this area, we get down to negative 12 or 13 sometimes, stay that way for a couple days. Not very often, but we do. We don't want that little bit of thin insulation on the underpinning of a mobile home to be the only thing that that keeps you from freezing, because that's not going to do a very good job. So if you do put the vents in, please remember to close them. It's not, I see this with houses all the time. People just leave them open or leave them closed. And in this area, we're not very dry, so you don't have snakes and all those kind of things to usually deal with it as a case. I mean, not like rattlesnakes and they do in Texas. So these people who tell you that you can't do these things, keep in mind they have other agendas, evidently, than to try to help others, because what they're trying to do is figure out ways for you to not listen to what I'm telling you, and that's okay. I have people that call me all the time. If you don't listen to me, there's people call me all the time that try to sell me on their services for getting me more work, either pay-per-click situations, or which is like internet. A lot of times these companies will pay $15 per person that clicks on a service, and it goes to them first because Google allows that. They actually have a bidding war. Whoever pays the highest gets the first click and the highest clicks. So I think I'm the only one or two in the whole state of Arkansas that actually consider themselves capable of working on mobile homes. Don't get me wrong, I work on houses, restaurants, on and on and on. Going to be working on a bus this tomorrow, which I've already started last week. Turned it into a barbershop. So I've worked on all kinds of situations. So these people will try to sell me on the idea that I need more work, and I'm telling you guys, I don't need more work. I don't need to advertise more. If I did, I'd have to hire more people that I don't have time to teach. I got 2 to 3 working with me now, and they're young, and they, you know, what I find is that most of them, I've had a few exceptions, choose to go to something else, or they have a stormy relationship and they move on. I don't expect them to learn long enough to have a high quality enough. I had as many as 9 or 10 at one point. I had 9 for sure, maybe 11 working for me, and I could not control the quality. People would let their life come into the quality of work that they do. It didn't matter that they might get caught. So I cut it back down to 3 or 4, and now 2 or 3. Not that I'm shrinking, it's just that I can't control the quality, and people that know me want me to do the work. So I'm lined up. Sometimes in the summer, I have scheduled out as much as 3 months in advance. Okay, people try to reserve time with me by texting, and sometimes I'm so busy I hardly even notice a text. And in the summertime, I get as many as 40 phone calls a day. I don't want you guys thinking that I'm trying to make money off of you watching me. I want you to understand I consider you guys sort of like the guys that are with me, and maybe more invested because you actually want to work on your own home. Or maybe you want to be a repairman, or just know if a repairman is doing something right. These are all things that empower you. If we're going into a poor economy, there's going to be a lot of people that want other people who are being honest about things, to show them how to do things. Now, you're looking at somebody who honestly likes people. I mean, I don't want to go about cock-a-doodle-doing what I do because I like people. I will tell you that I don't donate to any charities because I already donate to a whole lot of people that I see need it, and I don't want to deflate anybody's dreams of doing kindnesses for other people. But instead of giving people money and then letting them, you don't know whether or not they're going to use it for something else, like the people with signs. I'd take them to, if they want, I'll take them to the grocery store and buy them food that they need. I've done that since 35 years ago, 40 years ago, at 59. My first wife used to get all upset about that because I'd pick them up, take them, if they took me up on it. A lot of them just like, no, I just want the money. So I want you to understand, there's a lot of elderly people that I help, and I try not to give them things because they get their feelings hurt. They want their dignity. So I'll trade for things, and they'll give me 20, 30 bucks. So believe me, I don't write these things off on my taxes. I like people. The mosaic of what people become. Someday that, we're all in these situations where you could help somebody. And I hope that's what you understand these videos are for, is so that not only do you know that I can actually do it if you're somebody in my local area, but also you can pick up on what you could do by watching. And that's one thing I like about YouTube. So I want you guys to don't be discouraged by anybody that might leave comments. I don't know if you even look at them. I don't look at other people's videos and then look at the comments. If I don't like what they're saying or what they're doing, I just don't watch. So I want you guys to know that I care about all of you, even though I don't know you. I don't have any prerequisites of what people I want to watch what I say or do. I just don't. I have no agendas. I don't really care about people who don't like me. I have to go on. I'd really rather everybody like me, but you know what? I still got to take care of things. And during this pandemic, they call it, have stayed busy enough, not as busy as I would like, but usually by now I'd be a month, 2 weeks ahead of, can't keep up with it all. People are getting discouraged and going with other people. I got a little bit of that, but not like I was last year. This is familiar to 2008. So I want you guys to keep your chin up, learn what you can from me doing things, and some of them you'll see, some of them I'll show you. I wish you well, all of you. I hope you take what I show in a video or say as something that you can pick through and use for what you need to do. And don't be discouraged by naysayers or bad things coming up. Pick your chin up. We're all going to be able to help each other through these videos, I hope. So I can help people in my local area. I don't mind talking to other people. One neat thing about this YouTube type thing is that it's sort of like going to be like ghosts. So if I'm gone however long from now, my dad's 80 something years old and still rolling, I'm proud of him. If I'm gone, there's still going to be videos that people could be learning from. And so I'm not doing any crazy stupid things but I have no plans to do them. So I want you guys to know that I wish you all well, and I want you to do well. And I really don't want you to look at past as anything but to learn from and see what you can do to see things in the future that you can do for improving your life or other people's lives. Really, what you leave behind is how you have affected other people, because the money can be blown, the money can become valueless, but how you've affected other people is what you leave behind. So please keep in mind that there are a lot of people that will need help. Don't misjudge and give help to people who don't use your resources that you're giving to them wisely. You have to be wise enough to look at their life and see if they actually are a good investment. And it sounds kind of harsh, but consider that Christians will talk about, I would give my life for my brother. In order to give your life for your brother, okay, in order to do that, you have to be around your brother and know when your brother needs you to give your life. He doesn't just call you up like, hey, I need you to come give your life up for me. You have to know their situation. You have to be there when they're bad times. And if they are in bad times, you got to be willing, when you're there with them, to do what it takes to help them. It's okay. That means you have to know them, right? So please, if you have excess, get involved, get to know the people, and see if they're a good investment. Don't just take their word for it on a cardboard sign or what they say. Look at what they're doing with their lives. And if you don't want to be handing money to somebody who rapes women or who robs and pillages other people. And then they say, oh, well, I'm a good person. I believe in God or whatever. You don't want them to say things. You want to see what they do. It's not what they say, it's what they do. Get involved when you're investing in other people's future. And charities are a way to stay disconnected. You can just give to them, say, I kind of think their organization does good things, but you need to know you can find out what, if you have to search what efficiency, your dollar or $100 actually gets to the people. And I believe you find, I don't know, I'm not a pro Salvation Army, but Salvation Army has the highest percentage of things and money that are donated to them that actually gets to people. It's like 30 or 40% of a dollar. 30, 40%, okay? And they're the best. Whereas if you can give your dollar to somebody who actually is in need and who is not going to use it improperly, that's way better money spent. It means effort on your part and investment. So this is me investing in you guys, okay? I don't want you to think about that I'm making a bunch of money at this. I'm doing fine. I don't need the money from you guys watching me. It'd be neat, and I'll be sure to place it where it goes. And I appreciate you guys in that you watch me. The guys that watch, I appreciate you, not because I'm making money from it. I want you to understand. I understand your time is valuable. And when I say that, even when you're sitting, your time is valuable. And the reason I'm saying that is, say, everybody makes a big deal about how much the Super Bowl charges for advertising by the second. Millions of dollars for a second? What does that actually tell you guys? All this money spent on advertising. When you go on YouTube and Google and all this advertising pops up, it means that even when you are not making any money, your time is valuable because people are willing to pay millions of dollars to get in front of your face while you're sitting, while you're listening to the radio, watching TV, okay? They are advertising because your time is valuable. So make sure you understand that those things that you give to other people is a representation of your time. And your time is valuable. Make sure it's invested in people that are valuable. That doesn't mean that once they're always saved, they're always going to be good people, or that once they're bad people, they're always going to be bad people. So you need to know at this point in their life, do they look like a good investment? And even with all the experience that I have, I still make mistakes, okay? But I still care about people, and I don't wish to be negative or sarcastic all the time. I want to believe in people. So this is me ranting. And I want you guys to know that I have a heartfelt attention when I do these videos. It's as if you're with me and I'm showing you things, okay? And as if you're learning, and this is how I treat my people. I'm tough on them as far as getting to work and doing what you need to do. Don't be looking at your phone. That's my latest tear. But I don't abuse them at all. I lift them up, let them grow into what they can be. So you guys, I will try to treat you the same. Hopefully I'll show you things that you can use in your life, and that knowledge will cause your horizons to be bigger and give you power. Wish you well, guys.